You know, the jumping and stuff with the FIFA, you jump to score a yay when you jump. One thing that is a little awkward to me is his dash. Look at how his feet are when he dashes forward. They're just like kind of all over the place. Like it's got no fluidness. It's like, it's like I don't know. It's just his legs are just a little weird. They're not like straight. They're just like kind of do a scissor kick like thing.
I need to focus.
It's like
Let's move.
do. In pursuit. He has a laser sword. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Want some?
Your time is over. Damage.
Yeah, you will be taking damage. Booyah. All right, so this place is massive for the most part. Pretty massive. I can compare to any game that has jumping. So true. There was somebody made a question
Delivering melee strike.
in someone else's stream about how he was playing a kind of cozy game, and that it's like there's different changes and there's no repetitiveness. And the streamer was a little confused because every single game that is ever made, there's always repetitiveness. There's nothing really different all the time. And he just kept naming games that were like changed up things, and like, no, the basic game is still the same. You know, every RPG is the same. You kill things, you level, you put your stats in, rinse, repeat, get some new gear. It's just, every game is repetitive. It's just how you mix up the repetitiveness to make it not so repetitive. That's what it comes down to. Like, what new thing can we throw at the player to make them feel like they aren't doing the same thing over and over and over? There is. If you give the players everything at the start of the game, then there's no flow to it. Just like, oh, I'm a nice, complete badass, and I can just wipe everything out. Which is okay if that's what you're going for. It's just We just want you to jump in and just mindlessly kill things because that's just fun. But at the same time, you don't want to give the best ability in the entire game, like at the last moment where you only get like 10 minutes to play around with, and then the game's over with. And it's like, well, I didn't get to have fun with this ability. That sucks. It's like, can I have some playtime at least? Okay. Sorry, wife texting. Oh, like in the first Assassin's Creed, then they strip everything away from you, which I thought was fine. I do too, because there was a consequence to it. You were shown what it's like to be an assassin, the abilities you get as an assassin, and then you broke those rules, so you have to start over from the very beginning. The problem with the first Assassin's Creed is that it was so repetitive because it was the same quest in every area. Nothing changed. You always went in, you always had to sit on a bench, you always had to do this and this. There was no freedom to getting your information. It was just the same in every single city. The only thing that changed in each city were the people. Other than that, they always sent you on the same sit quest, the same, and that was just the flow of that game in every city. All right, Amira, go take yourself a nappy nap. Which is why when Assassin's Creed 2 came out, it was loved and adored because it changed so much from the first Assassin's Creed. This Assassin's Creed 2 is what kept that game alive. Now, what keeps it going today, I have no idea, because they pretty well killed the main story of Assassin's Creed after the third one.
Let's take this to Doma's.
And then they just never really had from my understanding, they just never had an actual story. It's kind of just, now it's you going into the Animus and reliving all these past lives. But for what reason, I can't say, because I stopped after Revelation. Now I own all the Assassin's Creeds. I just haven't played them because they're long. And I search for everything, so they're long. I will get 120 hours easily out of an Assassin's Creed game. Easily. So they really need to, because some of the Assassin's Creeds were good, and I like the different timelines. I do. That's what keeps Assassin's Creed interesting to me. But there needs to be a story within the story. Why are we still going through the Animus? What are we still looking for? And how close are the Templars to taking over that we have to keep going into the Animus? Because we had a main focus, and that was the Apple of Eden. Well, we solved that, at least two of them, or one of them, somewhat. And now there's just like no outside story from my understanding. So it's just like, okay, we jump into the Animus, we live these lives, but why are we training new assassins through these stories? Are we still looking for another Apple of Eden? What are we looking for? And the fact that after Assassin's Creed 2, with the known aliens. I come on, Ubisoft, give us something. Ubisoft farming. No, you're right. It is. It's same thing with EA and Call of Duty. It's the same thing. It's because they had a hit and now they're just trying to drain it dry, is what they're doing. Which is why Call of Duty just never, the story anyway, they're always hit and miss. It's mainly for their multiplayer, and then they just throw a random campaign in there to try and grab some of the solo players. Okay, so we got everything in here. So the next location is forward. So back this way. So the true fans, they really don't care for anymore. It's to always cater to casuals these days, which is business sense. It keeps it floating. Have a problem with businesses catering to casuals. I get hold on, let me take care of these. Booyah. Okay, so I get catering to casuals in a way. Okay, I get it. People are busy, they don't have time to truly farm things out the way that most of us would. Now the argument with that is, if you're technically a hardcore fan of the series, it doesn't matter how long the game is, you will sit there and you will play it. Granted, by the time you get to the end of the game, you've probably missed out on one or two other games that you really wanted to play. But the same token, the way things are getting so expensive, I don't know. I mean, to have one game that you spend now going to be $80 on. Hey, I'm talking here and you're being very rude. Okay, now you're gonna pay for that. That was very rude. I'm sorry.
Him, buddy. I really needed that.
But the way the prices are going, to get a game that you can get, I don't know, at least 80 to 100 hours out of, seems worth it. I don't know. I think that if you're going to cater to the casuals, you also need to cater to the hardcore audience where they want more of a challenge. So have two modes, and some of them have actually done it where, you know, like in this one, they give you a very easy mode where I just want to enjoy the story. I don't want to do any of the extra work to it. Just let me enjoy the story and we'll go on about our business. And then, you know, the higher difficulties, they give you more challenging. And I think they need to, all games need to go that way, or just be like Dark Souls and be like, no, you pansy, this game is going to be hard and you don't get a choice. Either play it or don't play it. Oh, dude, From Software never changing 70 for a game and giving us the full game. Yeah, I've been disappointed with games, a majority of games, over the past several years, because, as I've always said, I am old and I know what it was like to buy a game and it was the game. That's what you got. It was the full version. There was no patches, there were no DLCs, you didn't have any of that. It was, you bought the game, you installed the game, you dealt with the bugs and issues of that game, and that was it. And you hope they make a sequel if the game is really good, or with PCs they'd come out with DLC content, which you would hope would extend the life of your game several hours more, like Diablo 2 and, you know, Warcraft and, you know, Command and Conquer. I don't know if it had DLC or not, but games like that. You know, I miss that era of, I buy something, I put it in my machine, and I just play, not, oh, day one patch. Why the F am I getting a day one patch for a game that I literally just bought on the day of release? Come on. And that's the thing that I've been having a problem with sports games, and why I don't really enjoy them. Even WWE, I don't enjoy them, because I don't, even Call of Duty for that matter, I just don't think they warrant a new game every single year. Sure, the roster changes, but your gameplay doesn't. So if you're not going to change the gameplay or add anything different, then every year just throw out a DLC pack of the new roster people. You know, just, all right, new year's out, here's DLC 2025, DLC 2026, you know, and maybe in 2030 you change things up a bit. But no, it's like, we're gonna make you spend for the exact same game, only reskinned, $70 more for nothing. It is. Or you could just do what Nintendo does and never change your prices. Assholes. Mario Odyssey is still freaking $60, and it's like a 10-year-old game. Mario Kart 8, that's been out since the release of the Switch, still $60. So what the, really? What the hell is this shit? It's like, drop your price, Nintendo. This game is old. It's like, us old gamers, just, we remember what it was like, and it's like, we wish that we could just give that back. You know, even now, if you think about it, it's actually hilarious in a way. So, as we all know, when you buy something on Steam, it's not yours. You don't own the rights to it. That's been publicly made. Nintendo is the worst of them. Ever since their old president stepped down and they've come under new management, Nintendo has gotten so worse. So very worse. The amount of lawsuits that are now out due to Nintendo is ridiculous. Their pricing is ridiculous. The way that they're doing the Switch 2 release is beyond ridiculous. I can't remember what the old president's name was, but when he stepped down, Nintendo went down automatically. It just dropped, and it's like, oh, well, we know who kept that company alive and loving. And now he's gone. Oh man. And there's probably a reason why he stepped down too. And it's probably because a lot of people fought him on what he wanted to do, and he just had enough. Just like Henry Cavill had enough of The Witcher and some of these other projects that he's been wanting to do, and he's just fought left and right on the, you know, the core aspect of what it's supposed to be. And, you know, just enough is enough. I've had it. You know, there was a lot of love with Nintendo, and he brought a lot of love to it and was very understanding to the consumer. And now both Nintendo and PlayStation have gone down in consumers, Xbox is still, they're out there. I'd say they're more consumer friendly than the other two, but I mean, it's a very small margin. As much as I praise Xbox for the direction they're going on, focusing with the games and not just console sales, because they see it. They see it unlike everybody else. Gamers are not gaming on just a single console anymore. They're gaming on everything. We're talking from consoles to PCs to home tablets to VRs to everything. Anything that you can get your hand on that'll have a gaming app on it, gamers are going to grab it on the go. That's just what they're going to do. And Microsoft sees that, and that's where they're trying to hit their market is, all right, so our consoles aren't selling. They're not big on consoles anymore. A majority of people could just go to PCs and get everything that a console has anyway. And apps are taking off like no other on mobile devices. So how do you sell your games? You put it on everything. Put it on everything. And there's so much hate around that, but it's like, you guys don't see the bigger picture. They can make more sales in games alone than they can on a console. I mean, even PlayStation's big first party games, God of War, Spider-Man, now Nathan Drake, you know, the Uncharted series, even Ratchet and Clank, all of PlayStation's main first party games, they come to PC after a year. After a year, you'll get it. So if PC gamers are just patient enough, 1 year later, we'll get it and it will look better. I don't know where I was going with that on the drink, but it will. It'll look better. It will probably run 100% better. So, I mean, you know, the new Wolverine game that I'm actually looking forward to, not that I've seen much about, is like, yeah, it's PlayStation exclusive, but after a year, I'm going to be rocking that thing on PC. So, you know what? Suck it. The only thing I can't get on my PC are Nintendo games, and I'm forced to buy a Switch for it. But other than that, I mean, come on, people. I can basically get everything on my PC. Everything I want to play and more, which is why I went to PC gaming instead of console gaming. So, yeah, you can actually download an emulator right now and play Switch games. Yeah, I'm looking into retro achievements for old games. The problem is the place that I get the emulator does not have the games. It's just to emulate the background program of notifying you when you've achieved something, which means you have to go out and get ROMs, and that's illegal. And I'm not into the illegal business. I like everything legal. And there are other reasons why I don't own emulators, because it's a very fine line on what's legal and not legal with an emulator. There's no straight answer, because I would love to sit here and play old games for all those who love them and for those who don't know about them, because there are a lot of hidden gems that people have forgotten about over the years. It's like, oh, I remember playing this. This was something that I looked at and watched, and you know, oh shit, that was the wrong button. So that's something I'd like to do, is just bring back the oldies and the goodies. I need to go down. Oh, no, 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 no. Hi. Wish I could play old games too. It's too outdated for my liking. Some of them I can get past. Some of them I believe warrant an old looking at. Like Resident Evil, for instance. Sometimes it's good to go back and see the old game and what they did, and then come to the new one and see what they changed about it. I mean, it obviously it's a big change from the first Resident Evil 2 to the second Resident Evil 2, but sometimes it's good to go back and see how much of the story they actually changed of it. Did they change the story? Did they improve on the story? Obviously they improved on the graphics. That's I mean, if you can't tell that, then you're just blatantly blind. Obviously there's a big graphical change. Same way with Silent Hill 2. You know, how much of the story of Silent Hill 2 did they change, and how much of it did they improve? And the great thing is when Silent Hill 2 remake came out, I was playing Silent Hill 2 the original, and the comparison between the original game and the remake was not that much of a difference. The story pretty well flowed just like it did in the original, just changed a little. Like some of the puzzles definitely changed. They still had the basic concept of the puzzle, but the way that it worked was a little bit different. It was improved on. You know, they added more creepiness in some of the areas, like the hotel scene. There was a lot more that they added into the hotel that was changed to improve on the dynamic of the scariness of it. So like when I played the hotel scene and I was down in the bottom where you had to put all your gear in a locker and be without everything, well, in the remake they added all those creatures in there for the scariness and the urgency of being quiet. It wasn't there in the first one. You had eeriness, but there wasn't monsters in there to necessarily wipe you out. You could run from them easily. So it was nice to see the changes and how they actually did it, which is why I praise Silent Hill 2, the remake, as this is what we need when we want a remake or when we want a remastered version. Honestly, for a remastered, just update the graphics and everything. Just update it and make it run on PCs, on new software. When you do a remake, we don't want you to take the original story away. We want you to keep the original story, just update it and add more to what you wanted to, but you couldn't back then. That makes the story more I guess visual and not so much guessing. So Silent Hill 2, that is a perfect remake, and I praise them for that. And I hope other companies will see that and be like, okay, so this is what their original was, this is what they did to it, and everyone loved it. So that's what we need to do. We need to take our original work, add on to it, make it good, and then it's going to sell. That is the formula you need to follow, and I hope others will see that. But we all know some of them won't. And you know, Tommy, that is what I believe games are missing these days, is the passion behind it. And I'm not blaming the developers on this, because everyone that works on a game, they have passion for it. The ones that I blame are all those that are missing the eyesight of it. The ones that sit in the office and they think they know what we want. And they think they know what, oh, well, they like this, they like this. No, we don't. I have said for years, the biggest thing that you are going to grab me on to make me like your game is the story and the gameplay. If you don't have those two things, you can take your game and you can shove it up your ass. Pardon my French. Because those are the two major things. The story has got to be captivating to make me want to keep playing it, and the gameplay has got to be fun. I could care less about your graphics. Yeah, they're pretty and nice, but they aren't going to sell me. I will tell you that your game is garbage and you can throw it in the trash. It's got to be the story and the gameplay. Those are the two things. And if you don't got those, if you do not have that, there's a lot of gamers that you will not get, and they will tell their friends, don't bother, it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. I will eventually get to that, to Expedition 33 eventually. It's been asked several times for me to play that, and I've just been busy with other ones. But eventually I will get to it. Worked for Ubisoft, but he left because he knew it wasn't going to work there. Right, because the main upper people of Ubisoft, they have lost the sight of story, of passion, and it's all about money. And when they see something that doesn't make, and movies do the same thing. Movies do the exact same thing. If it doesn't get a target number, then it's a complete fail. It doesn't matter how much people like it or love it. It's a complete fail to them because it didn't hit the margin that they were looking for. And the thing of it is if you charge something that is too expensive, like these prices going up to $80 for a game, I guarantee you it won't last. Because they're going to see a large drop in sales. They are, you know. And yes, I know Microsoft has upped or said that they're going to up their price in game sales. I don't think they will. I think that was just something to banter towards Nintendo, because it is still a competition. And if Nintendo raises their price, then you raise their price. You say you're going to raise your price too, but ultimately you don't. And you set the company up, your competition, for failure, which Nintendo is going to fail on that front. I almost 100% guarantee it, because here's another thing. For those of us that were in the era of the 64 and PlayStation, you know who came out on top in that war? PlayStation. As a kid, I was upset with my father because he gave us a choice between an N64 and a PlayStation, and he forced us to get a PlayStation, which to me it's like, why'd you even let us have an option if you weren't going to let us have our option? Looking at it now as an adult and seeing what the prices were back then for an N64 game and a PlayStation game, you saved at least $20 more on a PlayStation game than you did on an N64 game, because N64 games were $64 or higher. Yeah, there was no way we were paying for that. We were lucky to get 1 to 2 games a year with a PlayStation. If it was a 64 game, you're looking at maybe 1 to no games a year. So looking at it now, my father made the right choice and went with the PlayStation because the games were cheaper and they were technically better. But you know, PlayStation had the cheaper games, which means they sold more games than they did for the 64. Even though 64 had Pokemon and Mario and all that, but I mean, yes, and PlayStation Magazine also had the demo discs, which we got every single month for like all the way up to the PlayStation 2's midlife. I lived off of demo discs. You know, it gave us something to do throughout the month until, you know, Christmas time or our birthday, when we could get a game. You know? I still have them, Tommy. We're gonna play through them. One day we will play through them. I still have all. Marina Marsh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Academy family. I hope you enjoy your stay. Hello. How are you this fine Tuesday? We're just reminiscing of the past. But yeah, eventually, Tommy, we're gonna play through those. I have the interactive 6 CD that came with my PlayStation. And then I have every demo disc. Maybe I'm missing one or two from 98 to 2002 or 3, somewhere in there. And we're gonna go through them all. And we're going to write down the games that we want to play. I'm going to look for those games, you know, when I start making money again. And we're going to play them on stream. Some of them I already have, like Jade's Cocoon. I don't know if you remember that game. I own that game now. Yes. Legend of Legaia, or Legaia, however you want to pronounce it. I own that one as well. We will be playing through that one eventually. So there a crawl space in between? Yes, there is. So it's crap, it is. Okay. I'm gonna give her 6 minutes just to get back from lunch and to walk into the office, and then I'll call. So something funny here. Yeah, I know, Tommy, but we'll play into it. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. So and I have the PlayStation 2 right over there to play all those demo discs, so we'll eventually get to it. Oh yes, we will. No, go back up. Go back up. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Oh, no, no, no. Hold on, hold on. What the fudge? Where'd you guys come from? Wow, that's just rude.
Oh, you scared?
Nope.
Making me earn it.
Does it look like I'm scared? Oh, I win. By the way, I found you on... Oh, Blue Sky. Nice. Why, thank you. Yeah, Blue Sky was very new, so I jumped on that bandwagon real quick. I will have to take a look after the stream. All right, so we're gonna go this way and this. Okay. Nope. Love it. All right, so we need to go up there. Around the circle. Ran out of force. All right, now it's just you and me. Come on. I really do not like that lightsaber. I've had a problem with that lightsaber ever since I have seen it. It is a terrible design. I'm gonna get some food, buddy. You have a good stream and got you up. All right, love you too, Tommy. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks again for the gift. I will jump into it eventually.
So this is how everything is
So
still
many
operational.
games to play. I love having that problem. My biggest problem though is sometimes I just don't know where to start. Oh, 4 of you? Come on. Actually, I can stop you all.
I'm in bad shape, buddy.
You're not in that much bad shape. All right.
Throw me sim, bud. Just what I
Nothing
needed.
in here. No, we have to go down for that. So we've got here. Nope. Hold on.
Come back and fight, scum. I'm on your trail.
Did you just call me scum? It's not gonna let you do it mid-air, is it? No. It's a whole different attack pattern. So how? I win. Nope, sorry, falling. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Here. Straight down. This is gonna take me straight back down. Exactly what that's gonna do. Nope.
Find something?
That goes up. Oh. Oh. Uh-huh. Consult your map. It'll do you quite a good favor. Okay. There we go. Why are we getting dramatic? We need to go up there. So let's see. Up here. We need to go around. Oh. No, I've been in there. That's the electrical field. Unless they want us to... Sure they don't want us to run this.
Time to fight. I will not yield to you.
Yeah, I have a choice.
You
Yeah. Oh, that's going to take us up. And that's not where we want to go. So this was not the way. Forky! Hey, Forky. Let's see. Bring this down. Oh. That is what they want us to do. No, no, no. I forgot to dash. I forgot to dash. Use the force, cow. Thank you. It is I. Splice BX droids. Okay. So then, back out, down, and forward. Oh, hello. Would you stop it, Cal? Uh-oh. Let's see. Force you down. 40 live. Under the danger damage. The danger damage. The danger damage. Okay, so. Oh, hold on. Ah. Cal, did you just slide?
This is a nice one.
All right, Shard. All right, so this is now 100% complete. So that's the. Oh, we need to go up there. So okay, we gotta go into the next area. So down here is complete. So now we need to take the elevator up into this zone. All right. What was the elevator? Nope, not there. I know where it was. Hold on. was wrong. Come on. Oh. We'll rest once we get back to would you stop it, Cal? Once we get to the next meditation, we'll rest. I just don't feel like fighting all these guys again. Don't. Okay, now we're gonna head on up, and that's where we'll rest. And then need to head over into that direction. Slip on through here. Right through there. So I'm hoping that eventually you quick draw McGraw. Oh, that's cool. Point blank. Nice. A fencer mode? Interesting. All right. He didn't like me. Okay, so we need to 1 treasure, 1 essence, 2 chests. That's what we're missing. Well, more than likely the essence is in there because it doesn't show anything. So here we go.